Hello. Welcome to the stream if you're joining today. Today I'm going to be continuing along where I left off last week, building this Ask Me Anything plugin that I've been working on. I have been fiddling with user roles between now and then, just kind of understanding how that's going to work. So I think I ended up creating a user something, I can't remember. Actually can't remember what I did. Oh, here we go. So I created this guest author and then created a user around that. Today I'm probably going to delete this file because I don't want that code. Maybe I do, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to focus on building a block for this. And then I want to move this away from being a shortcode, just because I want people to be able to use it as a block. And I can get rid of all of this. So the first goal is to turn all of this into a block, and then I will, this time, I will figure out the user role stuff. That's the plan anyway. So today's probably going to be lots of me umming and ahhing. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I'm making coffee behind me, so pull that up, let that filter through, and then I can pour that and have some coffee. Okay, let's get on with this. So let's start by creating a package.json file. And I literally am going to copy some code. Don't have that handy. So I never remember things. I put things down some way, and then I use it from there. So this one, this is a tutorial that I did a while back on converting a shortcode to a block. And in here, this is, yeah, setting everything up. Yeah, as it would be. Okay, so it's npm init first. Okay. Fortunately, I already have Node installed. I'm on version 14, which is fine. So that's fine. Version 1, that's fine. Description, ask me anything plugin. That needs to be main text.js. No, bold. Only tests. That looks right. Keywords I don't really care about. I've been up since 5 this morning, which is why I'm a bit tired. And then GPL GPL 2.0 later. I think if I just type in GPL, then it tells me that one. Yes. GPL 2.0 or later. That all looks fine. And then I need to install WordPress scripts. Why doesn't that work? Interesting. Okay, I'm just going to the block editor handbook. Oh, it's npm install. Okay, I need to fix that then. I need to fix this. Fortunately, I'm logged in, so I can just edit this quickly. This is the one advantage about using your own content to build other stuff as you pick up errors. So it's npm install. It also means that nobody has used this tutorial, which makes me sad. Anyway, this is one of the first tutorials that I did with this kind of like transcripting the code. Should probably go back over some of them and fix them. Anyway. Okay, so while that's doing that, the other thing that I want to do is get the scripts. Which I think is in here. No. Where is it? It's just in the block API reference, isn't it? I do not know. So let's see what it says here. It's a handbook. Reference guides, package reference, WordPress scripts. Reference guides. Package reference. WordPress scripts. Okay. Why did I open code? Okay, so that's busy installing. See how my coffee's doing. Yay, it's all installed. Okay, and then once that's done, then I can update the scripts. There we go. Cool. Okay, so that's all there. Then I'm just going to steal code from, so this is a plugin that I always have sitting in wherever. So basically this is what's scaffolded when you use the create block tool. So I'm going to use that code to register the block. So in the learn AMA, just do it. Okay, we'll do it after the activation. Let me put some comments in here quickly. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go activation. I know that's super obvious, but it just helps me break things down. Okay. Okay. And then here's where we're going to do that. So, which hook does it? I like to try and, okay, so it's in the init. So I can just do this in the init. I like to try and do things in like a logical order based on when the actions are loaded. So WordPress codex action list. This I need to get this document moved over to the developer docs. Okay, plugins loaded is first, so let's put plugins loaded right at the top. What's this one? I was getting an error with this cookie a while ago, so I want to also figure out that. I was getting a headers already sent error. So I also want to have a look at that at some point. Okay, so activation can happen right at the top. Then plugins loaded. This would also be a lot easier if I was using like some kind of class. I don't need to for this. I'm going to do a whole series on using classes and object-oriented programming in WordPress at some later point. So for now, I'm just sticking with procedural style. Then all the init stuff. So Inky scripts, where's Inky scripts come in? Init's there, and then Inky scripts is like way lower down. Yeah, that's when all the front end happens. Yeah, it's after WP, which is after init. Yeah, okay. So let's move init to the top. So there's the init. So let's move that after plugins loaded. And then that can go there, and then the shortcode can stay there. There, and eventually that'll come out. Okay, so we register the block in the init. So I'm simply going to add that to the list of actions. I mean, the other way you could do it is you could have all your actions at the top and then call your functions later on. That's another way to do it. I tend to stick them all together. No specific reason. Just makes it easy. Register the block. WP learn AMA block init. Okay, and then we're just going to register it like this, keeping it super simple. So it'll be the build directory in the current file, which is great. And then I usually just cheat outrageously and copy the source directory over. I do this all the time because then I know exactly what files I need to worry about, what files I'm working with, and it just works every time. And then I clear out the style sheet and edit the style sheet. And I edit the block JSON. So let's call this WP learn AMA. WP learn AMA. WP learn AMA block. Version 1. Category, widgets, icon, smiley. I'll change that later. Let's change it everything is a Google search away. Let's see if there's a form. Yeah, feedback, why not? Maybe there's a question one. No, what about a mag? There's the search one. I'll leave it as what it is. Leave it at that's fine. Leave it as widgets, description. WP, learn, AMA, block. Sports HTML. I'm going to leave it as false for now. That can all stay the same. That's another reason why I like to reuse things. Okay, that stays the same. Then the edit will have to change. Index stays the same. That's another reason why I like to do this. And the save will have to change. Okay. So index can go there. Right, so that can close. And then we can take all of this. Stick this in here for now. Actually, let me just do that first. And then use block props. Alternative. I'm not going to worry about translation functions and things just yet. Please ask a question. Let's take that header out because I don't think it's necessary. Okay, and then for save, we'll just save the form as it is for now. I think this should be use blockprops.save. If I'm not mistaken. Checks his own code. I need to fix up this. Oh, I don't think I'm actually... Okay, I'll test that out. All right, let us see if this bubbles. Seems okay. So let's go and add it somewhere. Okay, so let's take this post and let's remove the shortcode. And let's add the block. Okay, errors. Okay, div, edit. Edit, index. Wonder if that's because of the code. Oh, it's because I'm doing this kind of nonsense. Don't. Oh, maybe not. Let's see where that error is. Now, I've had this before when yeah, so let's simplify this a little bit. Let's simplify this a bit. Let's just do that. And that. Let's see what happens. Okay. Still getting an error. I think it's possibly either the style property or the ID property. So I think I need to fix one of those. Let me take this out. Make it super simple. This is always the biggest thing I struggle with when I'm working in React. I don't know the elements well enough, the JSX elements well enough. So I usually just work backwards and I try and make it as minimal as possible. And then, okay, that worked. And then I add the things that could be. So let's remove the, I think it's style. Okay, let's do this. PHP Storm should pick up that this is a, that's probably what it is. I've got to put style in like that, and then I've probably got to do the same for ID. That's what it is. Bet you. Okay, so let's go back 2 steps. It's interesting how, this is a PHP Storm thing. PHP Storm changed, if you have a look at the DOM. So the for property was changed to a React DOM, or at least HTML DOM. Sorry. So there it's in 4 attributes of the label. But then when you're working with React and the DOM, which is something I don't fully understand, then you use DOM properties. So you use HTML4 or you use class name instead of class. So it's interesting that it does that. I must read up about how this works so I can understand it properly. But it doesn't put the braces around these kinds of things. Let's check why that is. Okay, so let's start with this. I think this should fix it. Could be wrong. Okay, let's see if that does the trick. No, it wasn't that. All right, I'm going to have to go and have a look at some documentation. Let's take away that styling and see what happens. Might be what's causing the problem. Okay, so let's pop this in and leave this like this, and maybe that's the problem. I've pixel padding. That's easy enough to fix. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Heh! There we go. There's the problem. Okay, so it doesn't like styling in line like that. That's fine. I should be able to do this in the style CSS. So let's have a look at what this element is called, or at least what the class name is. Where is there? It is. That's the class name. I think I could probably actually just apply it to the ID. That'll just actually be easier. And what is that? Padding 5 pixel. Yeah, that should do the padding. Whatever that padding was. So let us remove it. Refresh. Close the sidebar for now. Let's move this down here. Oh, I've seen that console there. I don't normally have that there. There we go. Okay, so that's applied the padding. So that fixes the problem. Okay, so it's just React doesn't like inline styling, which is fine. While I'm here, it would probably be cool if we... Oh wait, we've already got those stars somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so now these we need to... Actually, it looks like we can just copy this all over. Okay, let's see what that does. So one of the things I like about SAS or SAS or however you pronounce it is you can just specify... Okay, that doesn't seem to have worked. Let's do a hard reload. You can just add CSS to it. That doesn't seem to have worked. Let's have a look. Maybe there's something overriding. Oh wait. Wait. Here is the response. WP learn AMA. So I had... And there's the div ID. Let me learn AMA. Do I have that? Oh no, I don't. I'm using use by props. Okay. So I wonder if you can specify that ID on the top level. Should be able to. That should work. Okay. It's fine. Refresh. And add it. Doesn't seem to have worked. Oh, it has its own ID, that's why. There must be a way you can specify the ID. Or I can just use the class. Yeah, that also works. Now I don't know what I don't know. What I don't know is, and I think I was cheating a little bit when I was doing this the other day, whether I can, that'll probably work. Yeah, that'll probably work. That will probably work. That will probably work. That probably won't work. I don't know. I don't know if you specify an ID inside of a class whether it works. Why am I looking over there for coffee? Let's see. Good. Cool. So you can do that. I don't know if you should though, but you can. So whatever. Okay, so that works, and then I'm saving the form as is to the database, which is cool. So then the only other thing that might need to change is this CSS file can come out. So now we can start deleting things. So that CSS file can get deleted. No, it can't. I need this on the front end. Do I? No, I don't, because it'll load in the block. So I can delete that file, which means I can delete the style. I want to leave the script as is though, because I want to... I just realized I can make this a dependency of... I can do this. At least I think I can. I've never actually tried that. So I'm loading the Axios script, which I really should probably load locally. So I might do that next. People might not like the fact that it's being loaded from a CDN. But then I can register the Learn AMA script and make that dependent on that being loaded, so it'll load afterward. At least I think I can. So let me make my life easy and just log some kind of thing to the console so that I know it's loaded. Then this can all stay the same, as far as I know. But then I should be able to remove the shortcode, which I'm going to just jam into a Scratch file for now, just because it might come in handy later. Okay, so that cleans things up a little bit. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm going to yawn. More coffee. I didn't get enough sleep last night, and I went for a run this morning, so that's pretty why I'm tired. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Okay. I don't need anything in the editor. I don't need any properties there. I think that can stay the same. I'm just wondering about the supports HTML. I want to check that out quickly. Align wide, aria class and color background. HTML. Oh, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't want the blocks markup to be edited. What happens if I said it's true? Let's find out. Will it change anything? I don't think it will because I'm specifying the HTML itself, but let's see. I can remove the shortcode now. Get the page. You'll do this a lot when you're building blocks. You save the page that you're working on, and then you empty cache and hard reload, and then you load the block. Yeah, I didn't think it would do anything. I love the fact that you can submit the field here. I mean, it's not going to work because I haven't loaded the JavaScript. But it's cool that you can do that. I wonder if I disable that, whether you should be able to do that. Let's see. Maybe that's what's being disabled. No, it's still a valid form. But it is cool that what's not cool is the fact that I can't move this thing. So if I had another block below it, just had a paragraph there and I said, please use this form to ask me questions, then that I'd be able to move. Oh, no, I can move it. There wasn't enough blocks in the form. Okay, that's cool. So now I can move it around. That's very cool. I think I'm going to... What would be cool is to make this editable. Let's do that. Okay. So, another tutorial of mine, which is block attributes. Let's add an attribute. I really need to update these things better. Okay, I was working on this elsewhere. I think, yeah. I'm actually just going to go in the course that I was working on today. So this is a course that I'm working on, which is effectively all of the tutorials that I wrote about converting shortcodes to blocks in one course. And I've been updating it. And it's got way better content. So I'm going to just go and use that. Here we go. Okay, attributes there. So let's do it under supports. So we'll make it let's call this the description. So we'll call it the instructions. Instructions. Its type is a string, and its default is please ask your question. Yeah. Okay. And then we need to steal some more things. So we need attributes, inspector controls. Okay. So let us start with here. Attributes, set attributes. If you want to see what I'm doing here, then go and watch this tutorial on attributes, which is going to be part of a course later on, and I'll update this content because this content is awful. But this video is the one using block attributes to enable user editing. That's what I'm doing there. So first I need to destruct the block properties to get the attributes and set attributes element property and the set attributes function. Then I need to call attributes instructions there. And then I need to use inspector controls to manage those things. Then I also need, further down here I have the panel and panel body. So I'm going to steal this as it is. Okay, so, there. Today is form. Good grief, can I not spell today? Instructions. Initial open true. Heading. Instructions. Attributes instructions. Set attributes instructions. Okay. Then we need to import the different things. So that's WordPress components. And sex control. Controls. You can do this on one line, or you can do it like I like to do, which is like this. I'm just weird that way. I just find it more readable. It all gets transpiled anyway. Okay, so that uses the block props, that sets up the inspector controls, that's the form instructions. It's an input, it says instructions, it gets the attributes instructions, it sets the attributes instructions, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then in the save, we need to destruct the attributes. And then attributes.instructions. That should work. Everything seems to have built fine, so let's check that. So now we can remove that. Ask anything, we can add the form. And then show the settings. Yeah, it's not there for some reason. Did I refresh? Probably not. There it is. We say, please, haha, that please use this form to ask your question. That's brilliant. Okay. So that's cool. And then if we preview this, it should still post, theoretically. So let's update it. Let's close the autosave. Let's view the post. That works. If we go John at gmail.com, and we go content. This should post. Something went wrong. That's probably the username. The fact that it, 401 unauthorized, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's fine. That's probably because I don't have a valid user. Set up. So that, let's just delete the test pose, test user, yes. Let's delete ABC, yes. And let's add a new user who is the, now I haven't run this code. So there's a couple of ways I can do this. I can deactivate and reactivate the plugin, or I can just run this file, this function, from inside WordPress. So to do that, I'm going to switch to my local server, and I'm going to switch to the site. I'm going to use WP-CLI to enter the shell, which will allow me to run this function from the shell, which will set up the user role, which I think is very cool. Okay, so that should now work. So now if I create a new user, I should have a guest author. Yes, there it is. And I'm going to say guest author, guest at WordPress.test, guest author. Don't need that. I'm going to just make the password super simple. Don't need to send them an email. So it's guest author. Okay. And then once that's done, I'm going to create a AMA form application password, because that's what I'm using currently. So, I'm then going to go into my config. I'm going to go guest auth. No, I don't want to install software right now. Thank you very much. Guest author and the password. And that user should be able to submit it. So let's check that. Okay, so this, I think, the other thing I noticed is you can't do this when you're logged in. I don't know why that is. So let's open up a private window and let's just run some tests. So submit and it shows an error. Good. john@gmail.com. Test question with guest author. Okay, so something still went wrong. 403 forbidden. Oh, okay. I'll have to check my REST API endpoints with that one. But on the plus side, I don't have a edit post read. Let's check that out. WP application user, WP application key. I'll have to check that one out. Wonder if it was the map meta cap. I'll leave that to true for now. At least that's still working. So I need to just check whether my REST API endpoints are working correctly. Let's see if this makes a difference. Yeah, something I've done wrong somewhere. I wonder if we've got any errors in the debug log. Yeah, I'm still getting this header information issue. Line 29. That's all been moved. So I think it's just the cookie error. Just delete this. Okay, so let's test the endpoint. See if that works. Post question. Okay, so here it's now going to be guest author. And then we need his password. I don't mind sharing these passwords because this is all local stuff, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, let's see if this posts. Yeah, okay, so it's a user permissions thing. So I allowed the guest author to read posts, edit posts, and delete posts. Oh, I think it's because I've enabled the capability type, because I was fiddling with this the other day. So I think now that I've taken that out, that might solve the problem. Let's see. No, but I'm not. Let's try it again. Yeah, that was what it was. Okay, yeah, it's working. It's because I was fiddling with capabilities, so I still need to figure those out. So this should work now. Yay, question's been posted. Let's check that. I was hoping to do the capabilities today. Yeah, there's John there. Okay. But I don't think I'm going to have time because I'm running out of time. It's 5 minutes to the hour. But that's fine. At least I've got the React block working, which is cool. So that'll be the next step, which I'll probably do tomorrow. So if you're around tomorrow early, my time, sometime in the morning, I'll probably spend an hour working on that. Right. I need to figure out this cookie issue as well. Why it's see, now it's stopped. I wonder if that's probably because I'm logged in as admin. That's interesting. I wonder if I need to worry about that. Don't know. But that's cool. I'm going to leave that there for now. So this code all still works, which is cool. What I would like to do at some point is actually build this as a React form, so it's going to be rendered separately from WordPress. So it's like a headless page. But I might have to do that some other time. But anyway, here it is. I'm just going to say I wonder why that's HTML4, but that's probably because for is like a for loop in JavaScript. So that's kind of obvious. Okay, I'm happy with that where we are now. Mix it out of here. And check this code. Okay. So now I want to update my get ignore for this project. It doesn't have a get ignore, does it? No, it does not. So I want to create one. And then I want to add the bold folder. It's not automatically picking it up. Bold. Node modules. Source can stay. Everything else can stay. It's fine. And track deleted. That's fine. Okay, so get add. So store says package trace and package lock and get ignore. It's fine. Yep. CSS is deleted. That's perfect. The JS stays the same with some tweaks. Oh, I left the console in there. Take that out. that's back to normal now. Package lock package. Source, edit, editor, index, save, style. Yeah, cool. Adding block support. Cool, I'm happy with that so far. So the next step will be to figure out the permissions. So what I want to do is I want to change the role. We can leave it as guest author, or I might change it to like question manager. And I want to set it so that it can only read and edit questions. So that means I need to specify the capabilities type in the register post type as questions, there's an array, and then map the meta cap, and then specify things there. And that I think then should deal with that. But that I will do probably tomorrow. So if you want to see that, either join me tomorrow morning, or it's unscheduled, so it'll be whenever I get to it. Or you can catch this all on my YouTube page. YouTube has effectively become where I post my live streams. That's about it. So you can catch that there once it gets exported. You'll see there's the AMA one from last week, and I'll upload this week's, and then whatever else I do will get sent there as well. But that's me for today. Yeah, bye.